President Trump targeting suburban women, a group he claims will vote for him come November. But will they? MSNBC senior national correspondent Chris Jansing is in Union County, North Carolina, where she's been talking with suburban women. Chris, Trump won Union County by 31 points back in 2016, but that county voted 10 points more Democratic in the 2019 congressional election. So here we are in 2020. How do suburban women there feel about President Trump right now?
That's exactly what we wanted to find out. Look, we came to Trump country because we wanted to see how much of his base will Donald Trump hold. We know he has no hope of winning a state like North Carolina without holding that base. So we sat down with 3 Republican suburban women, 1 Democrat, to get their take. Here's part of what they told me. How do you all feel about Donald Trump's chances of getting reelected? The polls would suggest he's way down, but you're laughing.
I don't believe the polls.
Yeah.
Those polls were, way down for him 4 years ago. Things have changed a lot since then.
Do you think there's more enthusiasm for Joe Biden than there was for Hillary?
Yes.
So enthusiasm is something we hear from both Republicans and Democrats. Democrats believe there was a lack of enthusiasm for Hillary Clinton, that they expect more people will come out for Joe Biden, but they also know on the Republican side that Trump is unlikely to win with just his base. He has to also get some of the people who maybe felt like he couldn't win last time or have not been enthusiastic voters, what they call low propensity voters, and get them out as well, Allison. So it is going to be a fight in places like this.
Chris, I know you also talked to these women about Trump's messaging on race in America. What do they say about that?
Yeah, they couldn't be on more different sides of this issue. This is a highly contentious one. Yesterday, when Trump came into town for the first day of the convention, just down the road in Charlotte, he talked a lot about this. Look, the Republicans truly believe that Donald Trump sees this the way they see this, which is that they have been put upon, that Democrats see them as somehow bad because of these contentious conversations. Let me play just a little bit of what was said.
We are suddenly all bad. And so I think where white America feels frustrated makes us want to vote for Trump. So it's kind of backfiring.
He wants to reinstate the United States back to where it should be.
I don't know which America you are seeking. Is it 20 years ago? Is it 10 years ago? Is it the 1940s, the 1950s, the 1960s? We were discriminated against. We were vilified. We do not want to go back to that. However, going back to a country that believes in the democracy, that's the country that we want to see.
And just one way, Allison, which this is very, very real here. If you look behind me, this, I think, 40-foot tall obelisk is a monument to Confederate soldiers. There is an online petition. The NAACP has gotten involved. They want it taken down. For a lot of Republicans, this is all about history. They think these conversations are about being PC. But I will say that at least among these 4 women, they want to get together again, and they want to continue to have these kinds of conversations, Allison.
Chris, I have to ask you before you go about mail-in voting. It has been such a hot topic over the past few weeks. How do the women feel about that?
Again, completely split. You know, Donald Trump has tried to say time and time and time again that it's going to be rife with fraud without any possible backup to that. So we had to ask the question because it's a question that has been raised here. They've had some questions in previous elections. Here's what they said about that.
I do believe everyone should be able to vote in person. I've always voted on election day. I'm not real crazy about early voting.
There's never been a study that suggested or in any way proven that there is a lack of integrity with mail-in voting.
I definitely believe that you need to show your ID. You have to show your ID in everything else you do.
But as Althea pointed out, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and it is definitely coming in a big way to North Carolina. We just got some new figures yesterday from one of the local stations. They say that 313,000 North Carolinians have made a request for mail-in ballots. That is 10 times what we saw in 2016.
Wow.
But you can see that the messaging on the Republican side, right? The messaging on the Republican side seems to be working, because when you break that down, 53% of the requests are from Democrats, 31% from unaffiliated. Just 15% of those requests are coming from registered Republicans, Allison.
Chris Jansing in Union County, North Carolina, thank you so much for sharing with us how voters there are feeling, suburban female voters, and thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.